Welcome back to Indie Faith. We are on episode number 10, special episode. Today we have our guest, Viva Longofiti.
Hello.
So Viva is my brother, Mary's cousin. He's also at the moment working on his own film stuff, Logo Bros. Check him out on Instagram, YouTube, and are you on Facebook?
No, not yet.
Okay, Instagram and
check it out,
and YouTube. So we have an interesting topic today. So today we were going to talk about Polynesians in film, which is also fitting because we wanted my brother in it as he's got a bit of experience behind the camera in like short films and went to film school and etc. etc. Let's get into it. So I wanted to know more, like, how do you guys feel Polynesians have been portrayed in film? Like, have they been portrayed accurately or not so much? What do you guys reckon?
I think probably not in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like you've seen a lot of films.
Yeah, the whitewashing and
white people playing the Samoans or Polynesians, yeah.
So there was one that I looked up, Bird of Paradise. I think it was done in 1932, so in the 1930s, and it was about a white soldier who falls in love with a native, supposed to be a native Polynesian, but when you see the native, it's a white woman. It's a Mexican.
Oh,
yeah, Dolores Del Rio. So she's supposed to play a native islander, but in the film you have like islanders in there.
Yeah,
but they're all the extras. So they're all like around, the typical grass skirts and like no top. But then and the ulas and stuff, and then you have this white one, and even though the film is in black and white, you can see she's white.
Yeah,
like
that she's not poly.
Yeah. And then also what was a little bit sort of insulting was she tried to there was dialogue where she's speaking the native language, but it was just
oh no way,
no joke.
Yeah, that's not good.
Man.
I know.
That's not good.
I know. And then and then you see, like, because she's supposed to be she plays the chief's daughter. Yeah. And this is like she's standing around and she's whatchamacallit, doing the dances and you
I need to watch this movie.
Yeah, it was cringe, honestly. It was pretty cringe because it's an old movie, so you can sort of accept that back then acting wasn't all that, and but it was just on another level, like, because from for me it's like I'm a Polynesian, so I can tell when the other person isn't speaking the language, even though it's not our own dialect. But that was one old one. It was whitewashing pretty bad. Yeah, so like with the old movies, I noticed that there is a trend that Polynesians are stereotypically like depicted as like savages and islanders with like grass skirts and the coconut bras and all that. But yeah. Do you guys know of any other movies or? I don't know too much. Like,
have you guys watched Johnny Lingo?
No.
I think that one's pretty good.
Yeah?
I'm pretty sure the majority, like 90% of the cast are Polynesian.
Oh, wow.
And it's actually pretty good. You guys should check it out. It's pretty old though.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Who's in? Like, what's it about?
It's just about this little boy who grows up in this village, and there's this one girl. I think everyone will know her. Her Mahana here. Her name's Mahana.
Oh, okay.
And she's got the typical Polynesian hair, and like she's looked at as ugly and whatever. But her only friend is this Johnny Lingo, like this poly boy. And then he goes away. I don't know where I forget the movie. It's really old. But he goes away and comes back, and he's looking for a wife because he's rich now.
Yeah.
I think he became rich somehow, and then he comes back, and then he's looking for someone to marry. And then all the girls are trying to like, try and win his heart and whatever. But he's looking for that one girl that he remembers when he was a kid because he always promised he'd come back for her.
Yeah.
So he's looking for her, and then because she always believed she was ugly because she was like, told she's ugly and whatever. Then she but he's like, nah, I'm looking for this one particular girl. Yeah. So he finds her, but she doesn't know it's him. Like it's the little boy that she remembered when they were little. Yeah. And then long story short, he finds her, then he marries her, and
oh wow,
they live happily ever after. It's a good movie. I enjoyed it.
Is that a Kiwi film or Hollywood film or?
I don't know actually.
Oh. Okay.
I'll look it up. But
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Johnny Lingo.
Yeah. I hope I got it right. Someone's going to comment like, that's not what it's called. I'll be like, oh.
But yeah, I think like looking at movies in recent times, like there's that one, I've never watched it, but Aloha with Emma Stone.
Oh my gosh.
Have you seen it?
That got a lot of, I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I heard a lot of hate about it. Because Emma Stone was supposed to play a Hawaiian.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. And like everyone was like, yeah, again, typical whitewashing. Get a white actress to play an islander. But even she, like after the movie was done, even she came out and said, yeah, like she can see why it's like whitewashing.
They shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Should have thought of that before the movie.
I know.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah, after you get the paycheck. Like, oh yeah, now I should have been brown.
Yeah.
But then she said to her defense, like the character she was supposed to be playing is part Hawaiian, part Asian. I was like, but you look like none of them. You don't look Hawaiian or Asian.
Who do you think would have played that role?
Yeah,
because she's a big name.
I don't know. I've never watched the movie. I don't know too much about the character, but yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of films, like, they would always look at how much money it would draw.
Yeah.
If they got a Hawaiian actor,
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because that was another thing, like, when is it, like, when is it acceptable to have, some other nationality or playing an islander? When is it acceptable and when is it not? You know what I mean? Like, and I get they want like Hollywood to they want these movies big, so they get big names in it. Doesn't matter if they're not the nationality or they just sort of like just play the character. Yeah. Like, when is it acceptable? Because it's like, say for example, the biggest name, Jason Momoa. Like, he's an islander playing, a character that was white. Aquaman. Like, Aquaman, yeah. In the comics, he's like white with blonde hair, isn't he? Yeah. And then, like, how come it's acceptable for islanders that Jason Momoa gets to play it, and then not only play the character but make it cultural, make it. He brings in so much of the Polynesian culture into that character when it was originally written like not Polynesian.
I think nowadays Hollywood is kind of looking at like having foreign
like diversity and
in films, and I think that's what they did with Aquaman.
Yeah, true. Like, I don't know. I'm on the fence. Like, I don't take offense to it, but then at the same time, it's like you feel like there's a boundary. Like if you're gonna play, say, a historical Polynesian figure, at least study the language so that you can, speak it in the film. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, like you have a lot of like what you said. There's a lot of diversity and inclusion. Like, would you say that about Star Wars?
Recently, yeah.
Yeah, like the prequels.
Yeah. I mean, you got Tamara Morrison in it.
Yeah.
Playing Boba Fett, Jango Fett, and then he ended up playing Boba Fett in the Clone Wars and stuff.
Yeah, and then you have
Wasn't Keisha Castle Hughes in that?
Yeah,
she's in Star Wars Episode 3. Yeah,
yeah, and
it's supposed to be a big role, but
you only see a cameo of her.
Yeah, in the end.
And then you also have Jaylang Aya.
Oh,
yeah. But you know what's funny is that how come that was acceptable, but then in the the recent ones, they're like sort of Boyega's complaining that he's getting hate from being a black stormtrooper. Like they're saying stormtroopers are not supposed to be black or like that. He's complaining that he got a pretty crap end of a pretty crap character just because they wanted to show that they're including black people in the Star Wars Enterprise. So they just gave him a character that just wasn't even that important as they made it out to be. But then there was nothing. No one said anything about a Polynesian clone trooper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't remember. Did you ever hear hate about that? Or
I don't think so. No. I think because everyone liked Tamara Morrison.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of because of Winter Warriors.
Yeah,
a lot of people kind of looked at him as a tough guy. So playing a Boba Fett's dad. Yeah, it was pretty big.
Yeah, but then even like Boba Fett, like they're like I didn't hear anyone say, "Oh, Boba Fett's not moldy." Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. How do you feel? There's another one that I'm kind of on the fence with. 50 First Dates, Rob Schneider. How do you feel about that?
I'm biased because I love Rob Schneider.
I know.
I love the movie too.
And I love, this movie's so good. And Adam Sandler movies, you can't deny they're such good movies.
Yeah.
Some people take offense to it. I wasn't offended.
Yeah.
I think it's because they had a lot of good characters there that were Hawaiian.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So it was all right to have Rob Schneider play like a...
But some people say you pick and choose. Like, how can you pick and choose when it's acceptable for someone to play a Polly and then when it's not?
But that's what I mean. Like, when is it acceptable and when is it not? Like, everyone sort of, like, for me, I loved Rob Schneider. I cracked up laughing. Like, I was talking about how Dolores, like, in the Bird of Paradise movie, how Dolores Del Rey, the way she was speaking the language, it was like, like the typical But then when Rob Schneider does it, how come it's funny? But the other one wasn't, it's like I don't know.
Because we love Rob Schneider. That's
But when I heard him speaking Hawaiian, like even though it wasn't Hawaiian,
you're laughing at it. It's because it's a comedy.
Yeah. But then, is it acceptable if it's a comedy?
I think it's because everything is in. They'll later take it seriously.
Yeah, so, it's like
Summer High Tire.
Yeah, well, like the genre comedy is like you shouldn't even take it seriously.
Yeah,
like, they can be offensive, but it's a joke. It's comedy. But then Summer High Tire, that's a comedy, but everyone's like blowing up about it.
I was really shocked when they canned it because wasn't Chris Lilly's show like it was on something. I don't know if it was on Stan or...
It was on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But they've taken it...
He's still on it. Not Summer High Tire.
Yeah. Like, how do you guys feel about that?
My friend actually asked me if I was offended by that character.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. They're like, why? And I'm like... Because Chris Lilly was pretty accurate of how we act as kids.
Yeah.
In school.
Of kids like that.
Yeah, heaps of kids act like that. But they're like, yeah, but he like gets a tan and he's, you know, he's a white guy doing that. Yeah. How come it's acceptable? And I'm like, because it's funny. But then other islanders get really pissed. They're like, no, it's not acceptable. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. They should get a poly kid to do that or whatever. Yeah. And I'm like,
but like, even if you got a poly kid to do that, the character would still be the same.
Same character.
But apparently it's the way he depicted that student, that Brown, you know, his Tongan character.
I don't think they were trying to portray him as all island kids, but they are island kids like that.
Yeah. I know a lot of kids in high school that were exactly like that.
Yeah.
The same, you know, in the class and, you know, I want to be cool and yeah. But then is it the kid that he based Jonah off. He was the one that came out as well and said that he didn't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was that kid in that documentary.
What documentary?
There was a documentary on him. They brought cameras on him about him being a nuisance in class and stuff, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so there was a documentary.
Yeah, I think Jonah. Yeah, I think Jonah's based on him. I'm not sure, but yeah.
Damn. I'm just like, why come out now? He didn't say anything before.
Yeah.
Maybe he grew up. He got older and then he didn't want people to know him as that type of person.
But like in reality, there are kids exactly like that. I wouldn't say it's exaggerated because I've seen kids exactly like that.
Yeah.
Like Jonah.
I understand why people are offended by it because it kind of puts a bad light on all Polynesians.
Yeah.
And so I was against it, but I understand.
Yeah.
And it's the Tongan people, the community. They're the ones that are
the most offended.
Yeah, most offended because it's a Tongan kid.
Yeah, Tongan kid. So, yeah.
If it was a Samoan kid, maybe.
But even Samoans, even I was looking at Facebook and even Samoans, you know, they're saying that's not how how us Polynesians should be portrayed. They just like bad light on us and all that.
But I feel like with, you know how you have The Rock, like everyone's all for him and they're super supportive and they're like, because he plays these certain roles.
Yeah.
But he's playing other roles that are either factual or not.
Yeah.
And then you have a kid, like he's playing a kid where it is factual.
Yeah.
Like this is the truth. And then people still get mad.
Yeah.
So it's like, you can't pick and choose, man. But then they also say you can't pick and choose when it's acceptable. Can't please anyone.
Nah. No. Yeah, with the whole Chris Lilly thing, I didn't take offense to it because I think it is an accurate portrayal of some of Polynesian kids at that age. And
he didn't just target he's demonstrating different types of characters. Yeah. Like he's playing different characters.
Yeah, and it's comedy. That, that he tried to make it in a more comedic way.
Yeah.
Rather than it was like a drama.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, well then, yeah. I don't know. But it's like everyone loved it. I remember at school, like everyone was talking about Summer High Tide. It was like everyone loved it. All the kids that were exactly like Jonah loved it.
Yeah.
I think that's another reason why. Because it got so big that people are like pretending to be Jonah.
Yeah.
And then all the Polynesians are like, that's not how we are.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
So,
but then again, like there was no hate before, but because like right now, the most trending thing is cancel culture. So it's like everyone just wants to cancel everything. Well, I don't know. And then there's Lord of the Rings, like how people say that there's all white characters, but the only time you see like the Polynesians in those Lord of the Rings films is they're playing orcs and yokais.
And the queen, the main, the witch, Queen Witch? Is that what it's called?
Witch King?
Is it? Oh.
Queen?
The Witch King, yeah.
I think it's the Witch King.
Yeah, he was played by a Polynesian.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and then in The Hobbit, what wasn't the
Manu
main.
Bennett.
Yeah, Manu Bennett was the main orc. I was like, that's based off a book where and now a book was written back in the days when it was racist.
Yeah.
You can't change the book that's already written. But then movies these days, they do change. They all the remakes of those Disney films and that, they, change it up so that it's more inclusive and like in the Beauty and the Beast, how they started, they brought in gay couples and black people that are rich, but it wasn't like that before.
Yeah.
It's like Moana. Have you guys watched Moana?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, the first time I watched it, I didn't like it.
Oh yeah?
Only because I was really confused because I didn't know which culture it was. Like whether it was Samoan or and then I realized afterwards that they tried to combine all of them into one. So the first time I watched it, I wasn't a huge fan, but then I watched it again and I did enjoy it. And I think maybe I'm being biased, but I still think she's the best Disney princess so far.
Because she wasn't a princess.
Yeah.
Well, she was just a normal person.
She wasn't in trouble.
Yeah.
For some prince to save her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that too. When I saw it, I loved it, but that was only because I had, at the time, I think I was looking into myths and legends of island culture. So I was looking at Tangaloa and, Maui. Apparently those gods are pretty consistent in all islands, all Polynesian islands, but they just call it different names. Tangaloa in some islands, Tangaroa in some islands, but it's the same god. And then you have Maui. I think we say Maui, is it Tiki Tiki or something? And then other places is Tihi or something like that, but it's all Maui.
It's the one thing.
Yeah. But I think they just took those gods or those, myths and then sort of try to incorporate every island into it. But then the songs as well was from different islands, like the soundtracks. I love the soundtrack.
I love the soundtrack.
Yeah, well, Te Waka is amazing.
Yeah. I really, really enjoyed it. I was more proud because now we have a Disney princess that's, Polynesian descent. So it kind of brought us on the map. But I think that's why for Polly's in film, I don't really take much offense to it because we don't have that many actors and, actresses in Hollywood. So any time that, you see it out there, I'm just proud.
Yeah.
So I'm whether, whitewashing, whatever, they actually mentioned Islanders, I don't know.
There's a lot of shows with Polynesians showing up.
Yeah.
And for me, it makes it better for me to watch.
Yeah.
I was watching Mr. Robot.
Oh yeah, I still gotta watch that.
Same.
And it was a mad scene. And then while there's the main actors were talking at the hotel, there's a Samoan guy talking on the phone.
Yeah.
And he's full talking Samoan to another. It was crack up.
What was he saying in Samoan?
I can't remember, but I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. But you can understand it? Did they subtitle it?
No. Oh yeah, they subtitled it.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's mad.
Yeah.
I love seeing that. I always love when I see different Samoan characters in it and they're speaking the actual language.
Yeah.
They're just not mumbling gibberish. They're actually speaking the language.
Yeah. What about Hobbs and Shaw?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
Really?
Because I'm not up to it. I'm up to Fast 8.
Oh. Okay. So we won't talk about it?
No, you can talk about it.
Oh. I don't know. I there was this on social media that there's this I don't even know, social media influencer, is that what he's called? Fui?
Oh, for observation.
He did this video where he pretty much imitated The Rock in Hobbs and Shaw when he did that big speech. But in what he was saying was what was he saying in the video where he was like more saying that, you know, other people
mocking the way the Rock was speaking Samoan.
Yeah. And but like the Rock took that as he was mocking him.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he put up a post and he was like, you know, I can't remember what the post was, but he was like, you know, man, yeah, I'm trying to do something good for the culture where you guys mock me or something like that. Like he was,
I didn't know it was because of him.
Yeah, but then he retracted because then he actually listened, or somebody must have told him, nah, he's actually like defending you.
Yeah.
Like if you listen to the words that he's saying, he's actually defending you. And then he I don't know if he tweeted or he posted and he was like, and then he gave props to Fui.
That was like the co-star, you know, in Hobbs and Shaw, there's a co-star who's in the movie, and he was interviewed where people are like not happy with the way the Rock speaks Samoan, and they find it cringe or whatever.
John Tui,
yeah, and he actually sticks up for the Rock, and he says, what other Polynesian person do you know who's making millions, and he's trying to like expose our culture.
Yeah.
And then he actually says, he's like, what are you doing for, like, all those people were talking smack. What are you doing for, like,
this culture?
Exactly. To expose us in a light where we're seen like that. Like no one else is doing it. So there's just too much hate, man.
I just, like, to me, it's like, you can't, you can't blame them for whitewashing or, you know, when we don't have that much of many Polynesian actors out there, you know, if you wanna sort of change it, go you know, acting classes, or you know, try and work your way up so you can be in Hollywood
instead of mocking. What people are trying to do.
I reckon. And then it's like, so you know, at least then they have more options to pick from, you know. But when there's no one, then they're gonna pick someone that's not of your nationality,
and then you're gonna get offended.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I did the same thing with my short film, Samoan Tales of Father's Way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I casted a Tongan man to play.
Oh yeah.
To play
your lead actor who's Samoan.
So he didn't really know the Samoan language, and you know, I try to like help him, help him understand it, or help him how to pronounce it properly.
Yeah.
So like when you watch the film, like a lot of people like saying stuff like, you know, like he doesn't say it properly and I'm like, I couldn't find any actor.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I did speak to Jalen A about it, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. And
he kind of changed the way I wrote the script.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the father, he's like I wrote him as a bad guy.
Yeah.
And then when I spoke to Jalen A about the script, he told me to change it. Because you know, the father, he knows best. So,
yeah. So like still keeping that Samoan culture of parents know the best. Yeah.
So my short film is about a rugby player who he hasn't been playing the way his father expected him to be to play. Yeah. And then you know, on their way home they have this like little argument, and then he said he's gonna hit him when we go home. Yeah. And then that kind of causes chaos. Yeah. With the whole family. Yeah. I don't want to spoil it, but I just put it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
It's really good.
But yeah, like Jalen told me, like, don't make him the bad guy. Yeah. You know, he's doing what's best for his son.
Yeah. And that's a good point too, because like, you know, only us Samoans will know our own culture. And we know that as much as it to other eyes or other nationalities, they can be looked at as villains. But in our eyes, like in the Samoan culture, it's harsh, but it's the best intentions for their kids. Yeah, like, you know, how we were raised.
It's tough love.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really tough love.
Yeah. And sometimes a bit too cruel to be kind.
Yeah, I didn't realize it back then until I spoke to him. And I was like, oh, yeah. You know, all those hidings were...
Yeah. Sometimes you need someone else's perspective because you're too much in your own, like...
Yeah.
Oh man, that was good. That was mad advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it changed the story.
Yeah.
And I made him a tragic kind of character, you know.
And what was the feedback you got from the of the character? Was there a lot of good feedback?
Like 10 years ago, but yeah, it was kind of like not as bad as like Jake the Muss.
Yeah,
because he kind of redeemed himself in the end. My character, yeah.
And did people notice that? Did they notice?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
that's what they call it, like a tragic character in the film. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I didn't even know that.
But yeah, I didn't know that people would like, because when I watched it, I thought that your Tongan actor was awesome.
I thought so.
The way he spoke the language. Yeah, I thought he was really good.
Yeah, he was good. It was good.
Yeah. And because he's Tongan, like the dialects are similar.
It is.
Yeah, so you would get it more than if you got a white guy.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. He got someone who's like Polynesian. It's not like he went and got a Chinese man. Like,
yeah, but then how do you like going back to Hobbs and Shaw? Like, how do you feel with Cliff Curtis playing like a Samoan? Like, how was he in that movie? Or because you haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I love Cliff Curtis. Yeah,
I love him because he's such a good actor. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone's seen Once Were Warriors.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like a lot of polys have seen Once Were Warriors, and as much as he's such a villain in that movie, he's been in other movies where he's just that good of an actor. He can act.
He's a character actor.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of races that he plays.
Yeah.
But then how is that acceptable too? Like, you know what I mean?
think it's because, I don't know, he's a pretty good actor.
Yeah, I know. Because he played didn't he play a Mexican character?
He played Pablo Escobar in Blow, Johnny Depp movie. And he was convincing, yeah.
But was there any feedback from like the Mexican culture?
I don't think so. No, because he played it so well that they didn't even notice it. He was,
wow.
Yeah. And then he played an Indian guy.
Yeah. Isn't that from that Last Airbender movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. But yeah, he's a really good actor.
He's such a good actor.
Plays a Cuban in Colombiana.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he does too with
He's always
yes, that's such a good movie.
Jeez.
He's just that good of an actor. Like he can play anyone.
So like people don't if you're convincing, people won't even notice that.
So would it be okay if the person is like that convincing, he can play a Samoan or a Tongan?
I think it's because he does his homework and he wants to do the role justice.
Yeah.
So he studies on it and he wants to make sure he's doing it properly. So that's why he's so good.
Yeah.
I think in those instances, people can't get offended because you wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
So people are probably like, oh, he's not Mexican.
Yeah.
I thought he was Mexican.
And the actors.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And it's like, say with Aquaman, right? Like, you know, at first it was, before the movie came out, there was like, Aquaman's not blah, blah, blah. But then when it came out, everyone loved it. Like, he played that role so well that now it's like, the Aquaman you envision is Jason Momoa's one.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even think about that other than the old depiction of it.
It's also because the character wasn't really a good character as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Aquaman, everyone used to mock that character.
Oh, yeah.
So they had to make him a tough as nails character.
Yeah.
And you got to get a Polynesian to play him too.
Yeah, and Timur Morrison to play his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, to be honest, I was a little cringe with Timur Morrison and Nicole Kidman.
Me too.
Oh, hell,
I have to admit. I don't know why. I have to admit, I was just a little.
I just feel bad because I'm not the hugest fan of Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying like she's a bad person or anything. I'm not a huge fan of her movies or her acting or whatever. That's why I was a bit like.
But it was just like, because you know he's old, and then he goes to play his young self. But it's just like, well, you just still see the old guy.
What a sad one.
Yeah. I don't know.
And he's shorter. And he was shorter than Nicole Kidman. Okay.
Yeah.
But he's such a good actor too.
Yeah.
Like, he's been in so many good movies.
Yeah. I loved him and Morrison. It was just the chemistry between them two. It was like a little cringe, but then him and Momoa loved it.
Yeah, Jason Momoa. I think he was a big fan of Timur Morrison.
He was, yeah.
And he helped him be cast in the film.
Yeah. And I loved it, like, you know, how he promoted Aquaman. Like, he was doing huckers everywhere. He really sort of, and it wasn't just in the film, but even outside and, like, you know, trying to promote it, he was bringing culture, like the Polynesian culture, into everything he was doing to do with that film.
You know what's really cringe though? I don't know if he was on like some red carpet thing with his wife, Lisa Bonet. Yeah. And there's this like interviewer, like reporter or whatever, who's trying to make him do a haka like on the spot. Have you seen that?
No.
It's so cringe because like she's trying to make him do it and his wife is even like Lisa Bonet is telling him, no, you can't make him do that. Yeah. And he feels uncomfortable because he's such a nice guy and you can tell he's uncomfortable because it's not like dance monkey dance. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's cultural. Like, you can't force someone to do that. It was just really cringe.
They think it's a gimmick or something.
Yeah. But she didn't like that. His wife didn't like it. So she told him, no, like you can't make my husband do that. Wow. It was really awkward. When I was watching it, I was like, that is so cringe.
That's what they do then.
Good on her. She has more respect for the culture.
Well, he was trying to be like respectful and say like, no, like he was being friendly, but she was really persistent. And then the wife intervened and she was like,
hell no.
She was like, no, like no,
back off.
No, thank you. And they're trying to walk away from her, but she's following them. And I think that's when Lisa Bonet, that's when she stepped in because he's too nice. So he's trying to say it nicely, but then she's not getting it.
Yeah.
So then Lisa Bonet's like, yeah, nah. Step away from my husband.
Good on her. But yeah, I think that right now there's like a lot more coming up, you know, actors and that coming up, and I think we're just starting out. I think there's gonna, like with you, would you ever look at doing, you know, a Polynesian film, or would you ever sort of just do a normal film but have a Polynesian as your lead actor? You know,
I've written some Polynesian story.
Yeah.
I don't want to say
Yeah, you don't have to.
But I mean, like,
but
would you ever consider, like, say, just doing, like, you know, because I think a lot of Polynesians back then, like, the stories were based on, like, island, you know, island stories or Polynesian stories, but, like, you know, just a normal sort of
like everyday kind of
everyday like kind of movie, life, but just have a lead actor that is a Polynesian, like say like, you know, Aquaman sort of thing, but without the culture side.
Just a normal,
like just I don't know, just like someone that
That's like those small films, like they're not as big as like, you know, Aquaman, but I still love them, like Siona's Wedding.
Oh yeah,
I love those sort of movies. Like they're comedy and it makes me laugh. And
that's another thing, like also like, you know, Polynesian directors and you know,
like I love Oscar Knightley and Gewilla Blakely and I think they're like awesome. Oh, and Robbie Mangasiwa, we can't forget him. Yeah. Like I love him on Wentworth. Do you guys watch Wentworth? I didn't watch it. So good.
Yeah. What else? Oh man, there's this apparently it did really crap, but there was this movie called Enemy Within, and it's a 2019 movie. It came out in 2019, and it's about it's about an event in Hawaii, Nihau. Not too familiar. I've never seen the movie, but originally they had casted the character. So there's a character in there that's a Hawaiian, like he's a legend. Like he's well known in his like history that he's an actual person, but they got I don't know if it's a Scottish guy.
Oh, are you joking?
So they casted this guy Zach McGowan. They originally casted him, and then he got so much hate. This is they put up a photo. This is the photo of the guy. The real guy, and then this is the photo, like, and then this is the actor. Like, how does that even, you know, correlate?
And this is based on a real person. Okay, well then that's
and then so they were forced to recast it, so they gave it to that to Joseph Nolfahu. I don't know how to. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong.
He's from something.
Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are the
Carl Murray?
He is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, when I watched Game of Thrones, I didn't even know. Like, I had a feeling he was poly, but didn't really.
Was he the one that was second?
Yeah.
In command.
Yeah, when he tries to get with Daenerys, but then she said that she's Khal Drogo's widow, and then he kind of backed off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw it, I knew it was like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, another one.
Yeah, and that's another, like, whenever I see like Islander on films and I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
good on you.
Have you seen Shazam?
Yeah, Cooper Andrews. Yeah.
I love that guy in Walking Dead. Have you seen Walking Dead?
Oh yeah.
You know the Polynesian guy?
I think I'm behind as.
I forgot his name.
I've never seen Walking Dead.
All right, so
I see Shazam.
he plays one of the second in command of Ezekiel. Can't remember his name, but yeah, he's a good character. He's a good character. One of the main characters, I think.
Man, when I saw him in Shazam, I was like, I swear, I was like, he's Islander. And Rob was like, no, he's Mexican. I was like, nah, he's an Islander. And he goes, no, he's in other shows, and I know he's Mexican. I'm so confident. And I was like, I swear he looks Islander. That is a fob.
What's his name?
Cooper Andrews.
I didn't look this up.
And then I looked him up, and hey, there you go, Islander.
He's like half Samoan, half Hungarian.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
That's a
he looks full Samoan. Yeah,
that's a nice mix.
But I was like that too.
I think because he plays Victor Vasquez, this character.
So
probably Rob saw that, and I don't know, but.
Yeah, because it sounds a Mexican name. Yeah. True. Okay. Sorry. But yeah. Nah, he's cool. I would like to see more of his stuff.
That's when I had long hair too. So then Mum was like, hey, "It looks like you."
Oh, sad.
No, it was a compliment.
Yeah, I love that guy.
He's bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Was there one of the kids Islander, or was he?
He was he brought in kids, his character.
Yeah, but was one of them the main like, how you had the Shazam's character, the kids. Is one of them Islander? No? Okay. Yeah. I thought I got that one wrong. Yeah. But like, what would you like to see more of in future films and shows with islanders in it? Like, what would you like to see? How would you like Polynesian sort of portrayed in films coming up? Because back then we went through the whole grass skirts and all of that. How would you would you like to see more Islander films, or like just more sort of Polynesian people making it into the film industry? Or
I just like to see Polynesians play like normal people.
Yeah.
Because even back then, like, you see, every time you see a Polynesian in like a film or short films, they're either playing like a bartender or
security guard, bouncer, or villains.
Even when I was in film school, we did a few short films, and they always like use me as a bartender or a bouncer.
Yeah.
I'd love to see like a superhero one.
Yeah.
Like a female one, because we already got Jason before. I'd love to see, especially poly girls. I'd love to see more of them like in action films. Yeah. Like, I love Zoe Saldana in that movie that we were just talking about.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a girl, like a poly girl, do that.
Yeah.
There's a girl, Frankie Adams.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She's in The Expanse, and she plays one of the main characters.
Oh.
She's from Shortland Street, and
Oh wow.
She's really good.
She's a Kiwi actor, and she's doing really well in America. So
wow.
I reckon she can play that kind of role.
Yeah.
Yeah, she could actually. He's right. She'd be really good for that. But I'd just love to see more.
Yeah, same. Like, as much as I appreciate, The Rock and
Yeah.
More.
He's done a lot of good for us.
Oh man, so and still does.
Yeah.
As much as I appreciate, and I still watched, his films and stuff, but like, I would love to see another more actors so that they're not always picking The Rock for like,
Yeah.
For those kind of characters. But yeah, I would love to see more Polynesians playing just normal characters.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And I'd love to see a female.
There's a, sorry. No, there's another movie, Taika Waititi movie.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I think that's another one.
Yeah, that's another, yeah, but he's got a new movie based on a documentary, Next Goal Wins, and it's about American Samoan team in the Soccer World Cup.
Oh,
no way!
But like they lost the record like 70-0 or something. But it's kind of like how they played
what they went through.
Yeah, and how they played with like grace and stuff. So yeah, it was a really well-known documentary. People really liked the team because of that. Yeah, and then Taika made a movie for that.
Oh, that's mad. Yeah,
I think
I saw that like he was putting up like casting and stuff, but yeah, I didn't know. Oh, mad.
Yeah, I should have went for it.
Yeah, you were.
I was trying to get Bucky and them to go for it. Our brothers.
Yeah.
Was he filming it here?
Hawaii.
Oh,
but they were looking for actors here.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I saw the ad, but yeah, I didn't hear anything else after that. But that's mad.
Yeah, they were shooting about a month.
Yeah, you should have gone for it.
Yeah. Well, they're looking for like 0 to 99. That was the margin of the ages that he was looking for.
0 to 99.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like any age. Yeah.
Just guys?
I think anyone, because I think he wanted like a crowd.
Oh yeah.
Ah, true. Yeah.
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 I would have loved to be an extra. I know. I would have been an extra, man.
Just all of the islanders in Australia just gonna
yeah, I saw the cast that said it's got like Oscar Knightley. Yeah,
Knightley, yeah,
he's in it. Rachel House, I think that's one of his. She was in a lot of his movies.
When's it out?
I'm not sure because of the COVID.
Oh damn, yeah.
But they shot it last year. So.
Yeah, I want to watch this now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming. I think it might be coming out next year. Yeah.
But that's another one. Taika Waititi, like he, Polynesian and like, not only acting but also behind the camera, like and how successful he is. Everyone knows who he is. Like I would love to see more. Hopefully you one day up there,
I don't know,
making Hollywood.
Yeah, can't wait to see your stuff.
That's the goal.
Yeah. But I would love to see like, and rather than just, how they're like, well, why don't you get, you had it like, just get anybody from like, the streets that are Polynesian, just let them play. But you got to have the acting skills.
Yeah.
To do it. It's not easy. Like not everyone just knows how to act.
Yeah.
Not like, what's her name? Keisha Castle. Not like Keisha Castle used to, just get a school picker and then she's like in Star Wars.
Nominated for an Oscar for.
Oh yeah, well there you go.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, like not everyone's like that. Where you could just like you actually randomly pick someone and she ends up being good.
Yeah,
but yeah, like just a lot more sort of break into the film industry, do a lot more directing and stuff like that. I would love to see a lot more of that.
Yeah.
But like. I'm looking at like, say Indians, right? You don't really see many other people playing an Indian character because they have Bollywood films. Like they have a massive film industry in India that they can go to India and just be like, oh yeah, I've seen his stuff. Bring him in. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's almost like you need to like, build up more people in the industry so that they can just go and choose, the islanders.
Yeah.
You don't really see many people playing Indian characters because they have a whole bunch of Indian actors to play those characters. So like, that probably might be another reason why there's a lot of whitewashing Polynesians because we don't have much of a base.
Well, not as big.
Yeah. Okay. What else did I don't. That's all the movies. It's not many, really, or actors in there. How's KJ Upper in?
I haven't seen Riverdale.
I love him.
You haven't seen Riverdale either.
It's good.
Is it?
I find it good because it's like a normal like high school kind of movie. It's just got different like thrillers to it.
But that's a Polly just playing a normal character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like no one would know he's Polly.
Yeah.
Like he's Afakasi, like his dad's Samoan and his mum's like Palangi. So you wouldn't even know, but it still makes you proud because you know he's Samoan. You know he's Polly.
Yeah.
But is he one of the main actors? Or?
Yeah.
He's the main.
Wow.
He's the main.
Oh, wow.
He's the main.
That's mad.
It's based on Archie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Archie comics.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
What you used to have in the toilets, in your toilet.
Yeah. Doesn't he have red hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has it
He's
in the
got red
movie.
hair.
Oh, wow.
I mean, in the show.
So he actually has red hair too?
He dyes it.
Damn. Okay. That's mad.
I find his acting quite good. I haven't seen his movies though. There's a couple movies he's been in and I haven't checked them out, so I'm going to give him a geese.
Yeah.
He's a good actor. I find him a really good actor.
I'd love to see like more Polly kids as well in movies. Like you had that what's his name? What's that movie? Wilderness with Sam Neill?
Oh yeah.
A takeover?
Oh, Hunt for the Wilder People.
Yeah. Of Wilder People.
Yeah, that kid's doing. Yeah, he's doing really well.
He's amazing.
He's a good actor.
I love that kid. Yeah, I'd love to see more kids as well in the industry when it's not so.
But he did so well in that movie that Ryan Reynolds took him on for Deadpool 2.
Yeah,
I didn't know that's why.
Yeah,
but when I saw him in the movie,
because he's close to Taker.
Yeah,
so he was really promoting that movie when it came out, saying it's one of the best movies that year.
Yeah,
and then he ended up taking that kid.
Wow.
Yeah. And now that kid's in. I think he's coming. Godzilla vs.
Oh damn.
King Kong. I think I don't know.
So he's in that movie too.
Yeah.
Damn. How lucky.
Yeah. He's doing big things, man.
Yeah. I mean, like, say it's same with like Keisha Castle. She was the little when she did Whale Rider, and then she got picked in.
Yeah,
and she was in Game of Thrones.
Wars. Oh yeah, and then Game of Thrones recently. Yeah, damn. Yeah, I'd love to see more kids as well break into it. I'd love to see like a Polynesian female hero just playing a hero, not a Polynesian. Like, it doesn't have to be Polynesian. But I like how like Cliff Curtis, how he's such a good actor, he can play other characters. I love that. And I'd love to see more of that. Yeah. What do you do you have any more to add or no? Okay. Just all staring at me.
I was staring at Weaver. I was like, and he's looking at you. I'm like, we just.
Well, okay. We'll end it there then. I think this was a really fun episode.
I had it fun. It was nice having you on, cuz.
I'm pretty crap at movies, but
yeah, that's why I was leaving it all too. Because for me, I always go to Weaver for everything, like TV shows, movies, and like what websites to stream them on.
I don't really know too much about movies and film and all of that, but like, just being surrounded by, my own brothers and then also my partner and his brothers. So I kind of pick up a few things here and there. So, but it was a really enjoyable topic.
Episode.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks for being our first guest.
Can't wait to see more of your projects as well coming up.
Let us know.
Thanks.
You guys got to check it out. It's
Logo Bros on YouTube and Instagram. We'll add the link. And also thank you to Jovan from AC Prints. We've got your
sorry.
Shirt. Thank you so much for the shirt. Definitely keep in touch with probably some more orders.
Yes, please.
Also, make sure you check out our poly sister Katie McShane. She does a video based on a similar topic, and that was pretty awesome as well.
Yeah, for your reference podcast, guys.
Yep. Check out their podcast on Apple, Spotify, most of the platforms that have audio podcasts. It's for your reference. They're also on Instagram and Twitter as well. I will put we'll shout them out on the description below as well. Thanks heaps, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for being our first guest in our episode 10.
Yeah.
We'll probably we'll have you on more often as well.
We'll see. That was fun. I didn't usually do this, but
yeah, no, you were good.
Yeah,
it was like
props to you, my cuz.
Thank you so much for for being our guest, for a special
for your
guest
insight.
Today. Yeah,
and the movies that I need to check out after this.
I know. I'll speak to you about some of the stuff as well.
Yeah, Mr. Robot.
Oh yeah, man. That's one of my. Where's Mr. Robot on? Where can you?
Foxtel.
Okay.
Foxtel Go now. Yeah.
Anywhere else?
Binge.
Oh, Binge. Okay. Yeah.
You've been trying to get me to watch that for ages.
I know. I've been dying to watch it, but yeah. Do you know the actor in there that you were talking about?
Oh man, he's the same actor in Ray Donovan.
Oh.
He plays a drug dealer. A bigger role. Yeah.
Is he the one that was on Queen? He played Bohemian Rhapsody.
There was one in Queen.
You know the one, Mr. Robot. Are you talking about Mr. Robot?
Oh yeah. I was talking about the Polynesian guy.
Oh, sorry.
In Mr. Robot.
I was gonna say he's in that one too.
My bad.
That's the only place I've seen him in as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for kids and adults out there, if you ever sort of aspire to be in the film industry doing acting, if you want to see more of our people out there, and that's something you've always dreamed about, do it.
Man, go for it.
I highly, it's time now that we sort of break that
stigma.
Yeah, of just going to work and then coming home. If you have a dream to be out there, be on the screen or behind the screen, just follow your dreams. And yeah, I really sort of would like to see more of us on, the big screen, even behind the big screen.
Yeah.
And
if you've done anything, send it through.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to check it out.
Yeah. Send it through and let us know if you you want to sort of get more exposure. We'd also love to have more guests on here as well. So yeah, if you want your name out there, we're happy to have you on. So just dream big and go for it. That's all I have. But yeah, thank you so much, and see you in the next episode.